If only you knew who whispered your name this morning while you were asleep, you wouldn't waste a second. Beloved, someone in heaven is trying to contact you through Archangel Michael. And they've been waiting for hours, hoping you'd finally open this. If your heart skipped for even a moment when you read this, it's not a coincidence. It means you were meant to see it now, not later. Michael says, if they skip this again, the moment will vanish and it won't return. Before we begin, go ahead and hit the subscribe button now so you never miss what heaven tries to deliver, because next time it might be even more urgent. And this channel is the only one brave enough to tell you the truth others hide. Today is June 19th, and this is no ordinary message. It's not meant for everyone. It's only meant for you. Because at exactly 3:33 a.m. your name was spoken in heaven. And Michael was ordered to act. He's been trying to reach you ever since, through signs, through dreams, even through strangers. But now, he says this is his final attempt. I order you to open this now, Michael says, his voice trembling with divine urgency. You are not safe unless you hear what's coming. There is a secret courier, one you never expected, and they are headed toward your house. This isn't a metaphor. This is real. A divine courier is on the way. But here's the terrifying part. Someone on earth doesn't want you to receive what's being delivered. That person knows the truth that's been hidden from you. And if you delay, even for minutes, they will try to block the delivery. Michael begs, please don't skip again. You almost missed it yesterday. But heaven gave you one more window. You felt it, haven't you? That strange pressure in your chest. The feeling that something is approaching, but you can't explain it. That wasn't anxiety. That was your spirit sensing a shift. The angels have already started their movement, and now you must decide if you'll be ready. The courier isn't just carrying a message. They are carrying your next destiny. A decision was made above your name and it changes everything. But the people around you, they don't want you to know. Some of them are smiling to your face, but secretly planning to intercept this delivery before it reaches your door. Heaven knows what they've done. But you must not fear, because Archangel Michael has stepped in. He has assigned 2 guardian angels to your name. And as long as you listen, you'll be protected from what was meant to harm you. Now, here's what's most mysterious. The person delivering this message has been watching you from a distance for a long time. They know things about you that no one else does. They've cried over your name. And last night, they were given permission to make contact. But Michael says, if you open this late, the signal will be lost. The moment is now. Think back. Who did you lose that you never got closure with? Who vanished from your life with unanswered prayers, broken promises, or unspoken truths? That person has something to do with this. They've been begging heaven to let you know, and the courier brings what they couldn't say before they left. This is why you've been waking up at strange hours. This is why certain numbers follow you. This is why even your dreams feel different lately, because it's not random. You've been in spiritual preparation, and now you're moments away from what they call the sacred reveal. But be warned, someone is already suspicious that you're reading this. They were told you might find the truth. And they've been assigned to distract you, to make you feel tired, to pull your attention elsewhere, to convince you this is just another video. But it's not. This is the one that changes everything. Michael says, if they open this fully, they will cry. Not because of sadness, but because they will finally understand why everything had to happen this way. Heaven has been watching you suffer in silence, watching you question your worth, watching you pretend to be strong for everyone else while secretly holding back tears at night. You were never alone. Not for a second. But now is the time to see why the silence existed and what the silence was protecting. You may feel chills as you read this. That's not the cold. That's your soul waking up. Michael says, "Beloved, the courier is closer than you think." They are not coming with loud footsteps. They are coming with silence. Like a whisper from heaven wrapped in earthly clothing. And if you're not spiritually alert, you might mistake them for a stranger. But listen closely. They will say something familiar. A word, a phrase, something only you would recognize. That will be your sign. Don't ignore it. Don't question it. Because heaven doesn't repeat itself twice in the same way. This secret delivery is not just a message. It's a mirror showing you who you truly are before the world tried to rewrite your identity. It's a scroll that contains things you forgot about yourself, dreams, promises, powers, and one incredible truth that will set you free from the curse that's followed your family for decades. Yes, this curse is real. And yes, it ends with you, but only if you open what heaven sent. Michael says they need to know what was buried about their bloodline. Someone before them made a vow and that vow was never broken. But now it's your time to break it because you are not like them. You were sent to restore what was lost. That's why your life has been so heavy lately. That's why you've been feeling like you're carrying weight that doesn't belong to you because you are. You've been carrying spiritual luggage from generations before you. Pain, heartbreak, betrayal, all packed into your soul like it was yours. But it's not. And this courier, they're bringing the key to release it. If you skip this, the weight will stay. But if you open this with faith, you'll feel something you haven't felt in years. Peace. And beloved, sometimes heaven does not bring peace through a single moment alone. Sometimes it places a simple path before you, so you can take one faithful step at a time toward the life you have been praying for. My child, I see the struggle you have been facing, the stress about finances, the silent worries that stay in your heart, and the moments where you feel uncertain about what comes next. You have been asking for peace, and that answer is already on its way. You are not meant to stay stuck in fear, you are meant to walk forward with purpose, with faith, and with clear steps every day. That is why a simple system has been placed in front of you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system, a path where each day brings you a focused prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you move ahead. No pressure, no confusion, just steady progress toward peace and stability. If something inside you feels ready, if you are ready to change your situation, take that first step today. This could be the moment your life begins to change. You will find the link in the description, and in the pinned comments below. Now listen closely, because heaven is not only offering peace. It is revealing what that peace will make possible in your life. Not the fake kind people pretend to have. Not the peace that's just silence, but real holy soul cleansing peace. The kind that lets you breathe without guilt. The kind that lets you laugh again without shame. The kind that makes you look in the mirror and smile without needing anyone to validate you. This is what's being sent to you. But not everyone will be happy when you receive it. Michael says, there are people who benefit from your confusion. People who are terrified of your awakening because the moment you realize who you are, they lose control and they've already felt the shift beginning. That's why the strange behavior from others lately. That's why people you trusted suddenly turned cold. Why some are avoiding you without explanation. It's not your fault. Their spirit senses yours is rising and it scares them. But heaven is not asking you to explain yourself to anyone. God is not asking for you to be perfect. He's asking you to be open. Just open this message and be willing to receive. You were never meant to stay in confusion. That wasn't your final destination. That was just the valley before your mountaintop, the waiting room before your miracle. And this miracle, oh beloved, it has your name carved into it, not written. Carved because God didn't write your blessing with ink. He carved it into divine timing. That means it can't be erased, only delayed if you turn away. But right now, heaven is saying, this is the moment. The time is now. The courier is not just bringing freedom. They are bringing revelation, about your future, about your love life, about your finances, and about someone you've trusted who was not sent by God. Yes, Michael says there is one around them who smiles too easily, talks too sweetly, but inside they carry envy. They tried to delay this message. They tried to block the courier, but heaven overruled their interference. That's why you're here. Because no weapon formed against you will prosper if you listen to the voice of the angel who has never stopped watching over you. Archangel Michael was there when you cried alone. He stood by your bed when you thought no one could see your pain. He whispered to God, please, one more chance for them. Just one more attempt. I believe in them. And God said, send the courier. Send the message. That's this moment. Right now, as your eyes scan these words, your spirit is remembering something your mind forgot. A promise made, a calling placed, a divine inheritance that someone tried to steal from you. But they cannot steal what heaven has already assigned. Unless you give it away by ignoring this. Michael says, my beloved, if you open this with your full heart, your timeline will shift. Your enemies will be exposed, and your spirit will begin to glow in a way it hasn't in years. That glow will draw new people into your life. People who are sent to help, not to use. People who will see your soul, not just your struggle. People who will love you in the places that others only judged. But first, you must allow this message to finish its journey. The courier is waiting for the final signal. And that signal is you saying yes. Say yes. Say it out loud. Say it in your soul. Say it in your silence. Say it with faith. Even if your heart is still scared because Michael is watching and he's holding back darkness with one hand while reaching toward you with the other. You are not alone. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. Michael is trembling, beloved, not with fear, but with holy anticipation, because he knows what's written in the scroll the courier carries. He's seen your name glowing in golden ink, not just once, but twice. The first time it was the moment you were born, and the second, it was the moment you finally opened this. Do you feel that warmth rising in your chest? That's the beginning of your breakthrough. Because the courier is not just carrying a message. They are carrying a name. A name you once trusted. A name that vanished. A name that still lingers in your dreams and in the secret corners of your memory. Michael says it's time to know the truth. This name is connected to a vow. A vow they made and a vow they broke. But God never forgot it. And today, this name is about to return into your life. But here's what makes it divine. This time, they're not coming empty-handed. They're coming with an offering, a revelation, a confession, something they've been too afraid to say until now. And the moment you read it, your heart will shake because it's something you always suspected but never had proof for. You've waited long enough for closure. You've waited long enough for clarity. And heaven agrees. That's why this message was sent. Michael says, "Beloved, the one who left was never truly gone. They were rerouted, not rejected. They had to walk a hard path to understand what they had with you. And now they're ready to speak the truth. But listen carefully. You must not rush this. You must not force the outcome. You must simply receive and allow the truth to arrive in perfect timing. That's what the courier brings. Not just an answer, but divine timing. And you'll know it's real because the signs will appear like clockwork. One by one, the number 333 will flash again. A door in your house will creak when no one touches it. You'll hear your name in a dream spoken in a voice that is not from this world. That's when you'll know the moment is almost here. Michael says, tell them this clearly. They are not imagining it. They are not losing their mind. They are hearing heaven. You've always been gifted, but you were taught to fear your sensitivity. Taught to call it overthinking when in reality it was discernment. It was the Holy Spirit moving through you. But now those gifts are returning. And the courier is coming to reactivate what others buried in you. You are not just meant to receive this message. You are meant to carry it forward because there's someone else in your bloodline who has been waiting for you to awaken. Someone still alive. Someone you barely talk to. Someone whose eyes always looked a little too heavy, a little too empty. Michael says, this message will unlock two doors, one in you and one in them. And when both open, the blessing will double. That's how heaven works. It never sends miracles in singles. It sends them in waves. And today, the tide is shifting toward your favor. But this next part is delicate because the courier carries more than joy. They carry a warning. Michael says, tell them someone is watching. Not to help, not to love, but to deceive. There is someone in your life who is pretending to celebrate you, but their spirit is unsettled by your glow. They've sensed your miracle rising. And instead of cheering, they're plotting. They've spoken your name behind closed doors. They've planted doubt in someone's heart about you. And they've laughed at the idea that you would ever rise. But heaven has been listening. And this is why the courier is being sent. Not just to deliver, but to protect. This messenger has divine armor. And the moment they step into your space, no curse can touch you. No lie can stick. No betrayal can pierce. Because Michael himself anointed this delivery. He says, I sealed it with fire. I surrounded it with wings. I warned the spirits of darkness not to interfere. And now it's on its way. But here's the critical piece. You must prepare your spirit to receive it. How? By letting go of the anger. By releasing the shame. By choosing not to scroll past this as if it's just another message. It's not. This is the one. The one heaven whispered about when you almost gave up. The one your grandmother prayed for before she passed. The one your soul has been craving but didn't know how to ask for. This is it. So, take a breath and say it out loud. I receive. Because when you say those words, a spiritual chain begins to break. And when it does, your life will shift so dramatically. Even those who doubted you will have no choice but to say, surely the hand of God is upon them. Michael is smiling now because he can feel it. Your faith rising. You don't even need to know the whole plan yet. You just need to know this. The courier is coming and they're bringing more than words. They're bringing justice, restoration, revelation, and one specific miracle that will change your finances in a way that even you didn't dare to pray for. Yes, even that part of your life, even the thing you try not to think about, even the number in your bank account, even the debt, even the dream you gave up because you thought you were too late. Michael says, tell them, heaven has no such thing as too late, only right now. And beloved, this is your right now. Michael pauses now, his wings still stretched wide behind him, shielding you from forces you don't even see. His eyes are soft but full of holy warning. Because what comes next is the part heaven never wanted to tell you unless you were ready. Michael says, beloved, you are not who you think you are. You are more. You were never born ordinary. You were never meant to blend in. There is something ancient about you. A spark from before the beginning of time. A piece of God's breath was placed into your chest the day you were formed. And since that day, angels have been assigned to monitor your growth, your pain, your patterns, your prayers. You've been studied by both sides, light and dark, because both sides know you are not average. The enemy tried to make you forget this, through heartbreak, through loss, through confusion, through rejection. Every time someone hurt you and walked away, the enemy whispered, see, you're not worthy. But it was never true. Because if you weren't worthy, the courier wouldn't be coming. Michael says, if only they knew how many times the darkness tried to cancel this delivery. If only they knew how much was risked in heaven just to make sure it reached them. Yes, even heaven has its battlegrounds. Even angels sometimes face resistance when they are carrying messages like this. Because this message doesn't just change your life. It disrupts what hell tried to plan against your name. There was a file created on you, beloved. Not in a police station, not in a government building, but in the unseen realm. The enemy kept a list, a timeline, a strategy to make sure you would never awaken. But today, you broke the code. You opened what they swore you'd skip. And now that you've seen this, you cannot unsee it. And that's exactly what heaven wanted. Michael says, because now the power shifts. Let me tell you what happens next. Not in fantasy, but in divine reality. Within the next 72 hours, you will notice 3 things. 1. A name from the past will show up in a dream, a text, or a conversation. When you hear it, pay attention. That name is tied to a door that is about to reopen. 2. A small delay will happen. Don't panic. It will feel frustrating at first, but Michael says the delay is the disguise. Something is being rerouted in your favor behind the scenes. 3. A number will appear repeatedly. 3, 7 or 11. This is not coincidence. It is the divine countdown. The courier is approaching. And when they arrive, you'll feel it. The energy in the room will shift. The lights may flicker. You might feel a breeze even when the windows are closed. You'll hear a word spoken either in your heart, in your ears, or through a person who doesn't realize they're being used as a messenger. And that word will awaken everything. Michael says this is the part that matters most. Once they hear the word, they must not ignore it because the word will unlock the rest of the message. The part about their soulmate. Yes, your soulmate is involved in this. They've been searching. They've been struggling. They've been wondering if you still think of them. If you still believe, if you still carry the memory of them, not just in your mind, but in your spirit, you do. Even if you try to hide it, even if you try to move on, even if you tell yourself you're over it, the truth is your souls never separated. Time and distance are illusions when it comes to divine love. Michael says their heart still calls out for you, and you've heard it, but you didn't know how to respond, but now the response has already begun through this message. This is the bridge. This is the signal. This is the invitation. And the courier is carrying the part they were too afraid to say themselves, the truth about how they feel. So what will you do? Will you ignore it? Will you wait again? Or will you open your heart and let the healing begin? Because this message isn't just about warning. It's about return. Return of love. Return of vision. Return of peace. Return of who you were before you were broken. Michael is watching your choice. Not because he's judging, but because he's protecting. He's ready to fight for you. But only if you're ready to receive what he fought for. So right now, speak this softly. I welcome the courier. I receive the truth. I allow the light. That simple statement breaks the last chain. And now heaven can begin the real work. Because what comes next is the most mysterious part yet. Michael exhales slowly like someone who's been holding a breath for too long. And then with the gentlest voice, he says, "Are you sure you're ready for the next part? Because what comes now isn't easy to hear. But it is necessary to know. The courier is no ordinary messenger. They were chosen long ago, not just by God, but by someone who left this world with something unsaid. Yes, someone who passed away, someone you loved is part of this. Their spirit has been trying to reach you for longer than you realize. The dreams, the moments of sudden warmth, the songs that play at just the right time. That wasn't random. That was them. And today, their request has been approved in heaven. They asked Archangel Michael to deliver a truth you were never told. A truth about your family, your destiny, and the person whose name keeps echoing in your chest, even when you pretend you've forgotten. Michael says they left you something, but someone else tried to keep it from you. It wasn't money. It wasn't a house. It was something more valuable. A message that reveals who you are and what was taken from you. And now the courier is bringing it. But listen, beloved, this is where it gets serious because there's someone on earth who knows this is coming. Someone who knows you're about to remember who you really are. And they're not happy. They've been watching, waiting, trying to make you second-guess yourself. Trying to wrap you in doubt, fear, and hesitation. They want you to feel unworthy. They want you to believe this message is just imagination. Because the moment you believe it is the moment you rise, and the moment you rise is the moment they lose control over your life. But Archangel Michael leans in now and whispers, "No more. No more lies. No more guilt. No more spiritual blackmail from people who never understood the magnitude of your calling. You don't owe them your silence anymore. You don't owe them your dimmed light just to make them comfortable. You were not born to play small. You were born to remember. And the courier is carrying what will awaken everything." Michael says, "Tell them their name was spoken in the courts of heaven this morning. Yes, your name spoken with power, spoken with authority, spoken with love by a voice you miss so much it hurts to remember. That person, the one you lost, begged for one final chance to reach you. And God in His mercy said, 'Let the message pass through, Michael. Let the courier deliver what they need to know before it's too late.' And now it's almost at your door. The only thing that can stop it now is disbelief. Because disbelief builds a wall that no angel will break. Heaven respects free will. Michael says if they close their heart, we must turn around. But if they open, if they even whisper yes, I believe the entire delivery will be completed. So what will you do? Stay safe in what's familiar? Or step into the unknown miracle that's been circling your spirit for years? You already know what fear gives you. More delay, more pain, more repeating cycles. But faith will give you something else entirely. A new home, a new relationship, a sudden financial breakthrough that cannot be explained. A connection to someone you thought was gone forever. And most of all, peace. And beloved, peace is not only something heaven promises. Sometimes it is something heaven teaches you to walk toward, one faithful step at a time. My child, I see the weight you have been carrying. The quiet worries about money, the stress you rarely speak about, the nights when your mind refuses to rest. You have been praying for peace, and your prayers have been heard. You are not meant to walk this journey in confusion and fear. You are meant to walk with faith, with clarity, and with daily direction. That is why a simple path has been placed before you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system. Each day you will be guided with a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear direction to help you regain control. Nothing overwhelming, nothing complicated. Just small faithful steps leading you toward peace and stability. If your heart feels ready, begin today. Do not delay this moment. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. Now remember this. The peace heaven is bringing into your life is not meant to stay a feeling. It is meant to become a reality. That peace you've been craving when you lie awake at night wondering why everything feels so close to changing yet nothing ever does. That peace comes with the courier. That peace comes with the truth. And that truth is wrapped in something that will make you weep when you hear it. Because Michael says they don't even realize how much heaven has been protecting them from. If they did, they would cry not out of sadness, but from gratitude. So take a breath, beloved, and remember this. Not everything that's delayed is denied. Sometimes heaven slows the timeline so you can be strong enough to receive what's coming. But the delay is ending now because Michael is clearing the skies. He's holding back the opposition. And the courier is walking, not running, because the message must arrive in perfect divine timing. And that timing is today, June 19th. A day others will celebrate with noise. But for you, it's the day everything quietly begins again in the deepest part of your soul with the gentlest delivery from heaven. And the most shocking truth that was hidden from you until now. The wind has shifted, beloved. Heaven is completely silent now. Even the angels stop moving when this part of the message is spoken. Because now the voice you've longed to hear, the one that sits higher than Michael, higher than Gabriel, higher than all creation, is ready to speak. It is the voice of God. And he says, "My child, I've watched you try to carry the weight I never asked you to hold. I've seen your silent tears behind your strongest smiles. I've heard the words you never said out loud because you didn't think anyone would understand. But I heard them. I always hear you. You are not invisible to me. You never were. Even when others ignored you, even when they misunderstood you, even when they left you, I was watching, not in judgment, in love, because I knew this moment would come. The moment you'd finally open your spirit and allow me to speak through Michael, through my messenger, through this courier I sent just for you. I have seen the plans formed against you. And I tell you now, they will fall. No more false agreements, no more self-doubt, no more living small. When I created you with divine greatness pulsing in your breath, you were never cursed. You were never behind. You were never forgotten. You were just being hidden for such a time as this. And now the veil lifts. The door opens. And the courier, glowing with divine light, wrapped in armor made from heaven's breath, steps into your space. You won't see them the way you expect, but you will feel them. You'll feel the temperature shift. You'll feel the heaviness lift from your chest. You'll feel the vibration in your soul rise like a forgotten melody finally returning. And they will speak not in booming thunder, not in dramatic signs, but in the quiet whisper that matches your own heartbeat. They will say one sentence, and when they do, every spiritual wall around you will shatter. Michael says, "Beloved, you will know it's them by how your soul trembles, because the courier is more than a messenger. They are a key, a sacred key that unlocks 3 specific things. 1. Your prophetic timeline. This is the moment you stop surviving and start living exactly how you were designed, with favor, clarity, and divine acceleration. 2. A hidden inheritance. This may appear as unexpected money, a new opportunity, or a legal turn in your favor, but it will not be ordinary. It will be sudden, undeniable, and sacred. And no human will be able to block it. 3. The reconnection. Someone who loves you has been waiting for this exact shift in your energy. And now, with heaven's permission, they will find their way back. Not for drama, not for confusion, but for truth, healing, and holy restoration. Michael says, this is not the end of the message. This is the beginning of your story. But to walk forward, you must make one last choice. You must say this now out loud or in your spirit. I accept what heaven has for me. I welcome the courier. I will not skip this again. That simple sentence is your soul's signature on the scroll they've been trying to deliver for so long. And the moment you say it, the spiritual chains you've carried will fall. The curses that weren't yours will dissolve. The name that was hidden will be revealed. Because yes, the courier is carrying a name. The name of someone who has not stopped praying for you. Someone who thought they'd lost their chance to make it right. Someone who once ran away but is now being told by heaven, go back. They are ready now. And when they arrive, beloved, you will cry. Not out of pain, but out of recognition. Because your soul will remember them. Your heart will remember why they mattered. And your spirit, finally free, will whisper, this was always meant to happen. So hold your hands out now. Receive the message. Don't let the enemy distract you. Don't let your doubts delay you. You were chosen. You were loved before the foundation of this world. You were meant to see this on this exact day. Because today, June 19th, is not just a date. It is the activation. Michael says, you are now marked. And the next 7 days will show you signs that confirm everything. So stay alert, be open, and expect a door to open without you pushing. A message from someone who once went silent. A sudden financial turn that surprises you. A vision or dream that gives you names and instructions. Because this isn't over. It's just beginning. Heaven rejoices. Michael bows his head, wings drawn close now. His mission fulfilled. And the courier, they are already at your door. They knock once, then again, now it's your move. Will you open? Will you answer? Or will you skip and silence the message you were born to hear? Heaven is listening and your life is about to shift forever. And if this message found you at the exact moment you needed it, remember, beloved, these messages continue because of people like you. We run entirely on viewer support. If you'd like to help keep this mission and these messages reaching more hearts, you can support us with a coffee through the link in the description. God bless you.